What if I told you that the life you're living isn't the life you were meant to live? What if deep down, your soul already knows your purpose, and it's been trying to tell you all along? Most people ignore the signs. Most people silence the voice. Most people settle, but a few, a rare few, they listen. They follow the call. They chase the dream even when the world laughs, and that changes everything. This is the journey of the Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Not just a story, a mirror, a message, a wake-up call to every soul that's dared to dream. So before we begin, subscribe right now if you believe your life is meant for something greater. If you know there's a treasure waiting for you, buried beneath fear, doubt, and resistance. Because this isn't just a story, it's the map to your personal legend. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The shepherd, he's just a boy, a shepherd. Wandering with his sheep, sleeping under stars, asking questions no one else dares to ask. And then, a dream that repeats. A whisper from the universe. He could have ignored it, brushed it off. But he doesn't. And that's the first lesson. Pay attention to what keeps calling you, because your heart doesn't speak twice unless it has something urgent to say. He meets a gypsy woman who confirms the dream. Then a mysterious old man, Melchizedek, the king of Salem, who speaks of personal legends. A personal legend, the reason you're here. The one thing you were born to do. But here's the truth. Chasing your legend isn't easy. The world doesn't hand you a dream, it makes you earn it. So the boy sells his sheep, walks away from the only life he's known, and that is the first step of transformation, leaving behind who you were for who you could become. Chapter 2. The loss. He arrives in Tangier, excited, full of hope, and gets robbed. Everything gone. No money, no help, alone in a foreign land. It would have been easy to give up, to call it stupid, to go home. But true seekers don't quit. He finds work in a crystal shop, cleans glasses, stacks shelves, and slowly he brings life back into the business. Not with luck, but with vision. That's another lesson. Even detours serve the dream. Even pain has purpose. The boy learns, grows, saves, and when the time comes, he doesn't stay, because comfort is a cage disguised as peace. He joins a caravan crossing the desert, chasing a vision bigger than security. The pyramids of Egypt. The place his treasure is buried. And remember this. Comfort kills more dreams than failure ever will. Every time you hesitate, every time you wait for the right time, you delay your own legend. And time doesn't wait. Chapter 3. The Englishman in the caravan. He meets the Englishman, a man obsessed with alchemy, the process of turning metal into gold. But here's what the boy learns. It's not about gold. It's about transformation. Real alchemy is internal. It's not magic. It's mastery over fear, over limitation, over ego. The Englishman reads books. The boy watches the desert, and both learn this. Truth is simple, but living it, that takes everything you've got. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need a million answers. You just need to move one brave step at a time. Chapter 4. The Oasis and Love. The caravan halts at an oasis, and there she appears, Fatima, the kind of love that stops time. But this isn't the kind of love that distracts. This is real love. The kind that says, go chase your dream, I'll be here. And that's rare, because most people love out of fear. But the right one, they love with freedom. The boy wants to stay, wants to stop, but the heart keeps calling. So he makes a choice that most never do. He chooses purpose over comfort. Chapter 5. The Alchemist in the Desert. He meets a man unlike any other. The alchemist, not a teacher, not a friend, but a mirror who sees the boy not as he is, but as he could be. The alchemist tells him, to realize your destiny is a person's only real obligation. But destiny isn't free. You must give up everything, including your fear. They journey together across the desert, and the alchemist teaches him, listen to your heart, learn the language of the world. Fear is a bigger obstacle than the actual obstacles, and finally, the soul of the world is real. Everything is connected, everything is energy, and the universe only gives to those brave enough to ask without doubt. Chapter 6. The Transformation. They're caught by soldiers, facing death, and the alchemist looks at the boy and says, turn yourself into the wind. What? The boy panics, despairs, but inside that terror he finds a deeper power. He surrenders, connects, believes, and suddenly he becomes the wind, not through force, but through faith. That's the moment. When you let go of fear, the universe bends in your favor. It doesn't happen in books. It happens in breakdowns. That's where your power is revealed. You won't always understand how. You won't always feel ready, but you must move anyway. Faith is action in the face of uncertainty. Chapter 7. The treasure he finally reaches. The pyramids. He digs and digs and digs, but finds nothing, and then he gets robbed again, and one of the robbers laughs. I had a dream once of treasure buried in a ruined church in Spain. And the boy realizes that's where it is. Home, where the dream began. It wasn't about the gold. It was about the journey, because the treasure is never in the destination. It's in who you become along the way. The boy returns to where it all began, and there, in the dirt beneath the tree he once slept under, is the treasure. Real, golden, shining. But the real wealth, he's not the same boy anymore. He's become what he was always meant to be, and that's the message. Your dream is real. Your legend is waiting, but it won't come to you. You must go to it. You'll be tested, broken, lost, doubtful. But if you listen to the signs, trust your heart, and never stop walking, you will return home with more than gold. You will return with yourself. That's the power of the alchemist. That's the power of your story. So if you felt this, if your soul woke up, if a part of you whispered, "This is me," then don't let this be just a video. Let this be the beginning. Subscribe. Because the world needs more dreamers who act, more hearts who believe, and more legends, just like yours. Your treasure is waiting. Now go find it.